In 1972, Phil Robertson took a bold step that would unknowingly shape his legacy forever. Frustrated with the poor quality of store-bought duck calls, he decided to craft his own, one that actually mimicked the real sound of a duck. What started as a personal project quickly became something much bigger. With grit, patience, and a deep understanding of the hunt, Phil created the very first Duck Commander duck call. At first, it was just him in a small workshop, hand-making each call by himself. No fancy tools, no business degree, just a man with a mission to make something better, and it worked. Word started to spread among serious hunters. Phil's duck calls were game-changing, realistic, durable, and made by a man who truly lived the hunting lifestyle. The business grew slowly, one call at a time, fueled by word of mouth and his growing presence at outdoor trade shows. He wasn't in it for fame or fortune, he just wanted to provide something honest and effective to people like him. What began as a small homemade operation in rural Louisiana was quickly gaining traction. Duck Commander was a reflection of Phil's values: hard work, authenticity, and living close to the land. And without even realizing it, he was laying the foundation for a multi-million-dollar empire that would one day be run by his own family. Blowing duck call, Duck Commander, original commander, call. As the duck calls started flying off the shelves, Phil was raising boys into men and building a legacy. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, Phil Robertson was raising his 4 sons deep in the Louisiana woods, far from the noise of modern life. Alan, Jace, Willie, and Jep grew up the same way Phil had, hunting, fishing, working with their hands, and living close to nature. It wasn't glamorous, but it was real. Meanwhile, Duck Commander slowly evolved from a backyard operation into a recognizable name among hunters. Phil started filming his own hunting adventures, raw, unfiltered footage of real hunts in the swamp. He sold the VHS tapes alongside his duck calls, creating not just a product, but a lifestyle that resonated with outdoorsmen across the country. But the real shift came when his son Willie stepped in. While the rest of the family loved the hunt, Willie had a sharp eye for business. He saw the potential in what his father had built and knew how to take it to the next level. Under Willie's leadership, Duck Commander transformed from a niche hunting brand into a multi-million-dollar empire. He modernized the business, expanded distribution, and began building the groundwork for what would eventually become a household name: Duck Commander. That legacy eventually found its way to national television, where the world met the Robertsons in all their bearded, backwoods glory. In 2012, Duck Dynasty exploded onto A&E, and no one saw it coming. What began as a reality show about a quirky Louisiana family who made duck calls turned into a cultural phenomenon. Within weeks, the Robertson family went from backwoods business owners to full-blown TV stars. But Duck Dynasty struck a deep chord with viewers across the country.